Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. And yes, still sleeping, and yes, he is breathing. Just double checking. Oh, fur babies, goodness me. Entertainment only. Okay, update on Sneaks in case you didn't look at the previous video is that they're going to put a feeding tube in. She's a really fussy eater, always has been. Doesn't like tin food at all, never has, which is why I had her on the particular biscuits that she was on. But it appears, you know, after a lifetime of being on dry food, that might have caused the inflammation. Oh, so I took some beef and chicken mince in to the vets this morning to see if they could encourage her to eat, and she's still not. So basically what we're doing is trying to stabilize her with the temperance card there. Stabilize her, get her to a position where the body's not going to start attacking itself, and then we can just start from that lifted up base. Oh, snakes. Cats, goodness me. She's worth it, but don't tell husband. Okay, using the runic tarot. Right, put a little bit of information in my post sections. Go and check it out. Really interesting was Nadia for real analysing the EK interview piece by piece. She's a psychologist, I believe, quite an experienced psychologist, but also works in the film industry, so knows acting when she sees it, and she has a really good analysis breakdown over there. A couple of other little interesting snippets that have come forward. Okay, but what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is what's happening over in Ukraine at the moment and in relation to the Orange Twerp. So I believe the Carney meeting took place. It was all of 45 minutes. It wasn't particularly long. And I believe Carney left with pretty much nothing. The false promises of further talks and all the usual stuff that went on. So really, it was a waste of his time travelling. Sky News, Sky in the UK and Australia are very much like the Fox News in the US, trying to make it look like Carney was sucking up to the Orange Twerp, which I said that, you know, there would be this, you know, perception of by some media. Yeah, not true, and we know it. Okay. But what I want to have a look at, so news has come out this morning that the Kremlin is has offered to increase the bonus for signing up to the military by 4 times what they were promised before. Bit hard to collect when you're not alive, but anyhow, so 4 times the bonus for new recruits to sign up. Shows how desperate they are, very much like with ICE offering these massive bonuses and still not getting people to sign up, except for the absolute thugs. And some people that, you know, really need the money. But sorry, I shouldn't generalize. I got in trouble with that over yesterday's reading. But yeah, 4 times the bonus of what was there. And apparently the bonus is now 2 times the average Rusky salary. Okay, but as I was shuffling the deck, this card's on the bottom, the 5 of Cups. It's just a corrupt, absolute disregard for human life and really couldn't care less anyhow, and probably have no intention of paying those bonuses anyhow. It's probably only payable once you return, and by that stage it's too late. What are you going to do about it? But what I want to have a look at is the Orange Twerp in regards to the promises to supply equipment to Ukraine. I'm sure he's completely forgotten about it. No, he hasn't. What he's come out today and said, well, first of all, he said there's going to be no back pay paid to those that have been furloughed due to the shutdown. Oh, gee, I bet that goes over well. So no tough bickies, leave without pay, basically. Them forced leave without pay at the moment. But what's happening is, and he came out in regards to the meeting with Carney that basically we're the best of friends, but there's a natural conflict there. Oh yeah, whatever. Just load of absolute codswobble. But what he's come out in regards to the tomahawks to Ukraine. So apparently he's been umming and ahhing since I believe about July for sending equipment to Ukraine. He was cornered by Zelensky at the UN meeting that was in New York recently during September, from the 9th to the 23rd of September. I'm not sure what date he was actually cornered by Zelensky. And basically Zelensky said, we need these tomahawks, we need these, when are they coming? And the Orange Twerp had said that he would think about it. Well, apparently he's thought about it. And what he's come out and said, let me just put my little cheat sheet over there. He came out and said that he has sort of made a decision. In other words, he hasn't, on sending the Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, but he wants to find out what they are going to do with them. So, okay, so he's basically asking Ukraine to share with him the plans of what Ukraine's going to do with them, the intelligence, because guess what? Ukraine's not sharing their intelligence with the regime, because the regime cannot be trusted, because they forward the intelligence straight on to their counterparts. I'm not talking about all of those that are in the intelligence industry. I'm talking about those in the regime. Basically having the Kremlin on a hotline to send this information on. So I don't think Ukraine's going to get tomahawks anytime soon, but let's have a look. What does the Orange Twerp mean behind sort of made a decision, but he doesn't tell you what the decision is, and he wants to know what Ukraine's going to do with them. He moved, proof of life. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh boy. 10 of Cups. Right, so what does he mean about this, and what does he mean about what he has said? First of all, it's about celebrating, being the center of attention, being seen, being lauded as this supreme being. But is this the Orange Twerp, or is this the Emperor, which is the Kremlin? The 10 of Cups, saluting the Emperor. I know this is the Hall of Valhalla, but let's see where this goes. Okay, the two pillars: challenge, frustration, and blocks. And this one here is, let me have a quick glance up and down my cheat sheet and see if I can find it, is an upside down wounded ulcer. So this is about a blocking of the healing with these two pillars. Now, they are supposed to be the pillars of wisdom. The one on the middle is protection. So the one over the Emperor in the middle there, the rune, is about protection and shield and warding off evil. So the Emperor here is being protected. Now, I'm not saying it's Putin, because I haven't felt Putin for 18 months or so, but it's lauding the Emperor. Okay, let's see where this goes. We then got the Fool card, challenged by the Fool. The journey forward, you've got the boar here, the wild pig. Could be foolishness. Okay, let's see where this goes. The 0. I'm getting a zero-sum deal. I don't think Ukraine are going to get these missiles. I really don't think they're going to get them. And it is because he's pandering to the emperor figure. Oh gosh, this is ghastly. The Ten of Wands on the bottom there. Looks like Ten of Pentacles, but it's the Ten of Wands. It is about planting seeds for the future, but it's an end of a cycle as well, end of a messaging cycle, and then the bright seeds for the future that are underground here. Let's see where this goes. Nine of Wands, the energy that he's stewing in at the moment is it's about a barrier across the path. Again, we've got this upside down wounded ulcer here, and we've also got dreams and fantasies, and looking up and down, defense being on its side. So an inability to pass something. I think he's just going to stall. I don't think he's going to pass this. I don't think he might promise it, but I don't think it's going to come through because I think he's going to claim America first. This guy is so desperate, the regime is so desperate to plunge the US into a war. They attacked Iran and Iran didn't retaliate. Thank goodness they held the line. They've attacked Venezuela. Venezuela have held the line and not retaliated. They've attacked Yemen, and again, they didn't attack back. So they are desperately provoking to try and bring about a war footing for the United States. So I think he's going to say US first, we can't afford to send them, or something along those lines. In the past, we've got the Justice card, but it's in the past. True justice, action, justification, it's in the past. It's no longer relevant. And this symbol here on his belt is about leadership and authority and the warrior. It's in the past. I just think he's got no intention. And then we've got a tower moment. Now, this isn't a tower for Ukraine. And as I said, I think I said yesterday, can we have a Trump reading without a tower moment? And I don't think it's possible. The energy over this is unstable foundations and destruction. Breakdown, implosion, and destruction. Okay. The immediate future, the Six of Swords, the fleeing the country potentially, or the desire to flee the country, trying to move their version of the truth. This could also be just simply moving their version of the truth forward. Externally, we've got the Hermit, isolation, isolating Ukraine. This could also be sending it into the sun. Now, remembering that China is considered the country of the rising sun, being in the east. Is that China or is that Japan? The rising sun. It might be Japan, but I'm feeling China. This could be weapons being sent via a roundabout route. Now, there has been some reports of new drone technology in Russia using fiber optics and being able to cut and or tap into fiber optics. And I'd love to know where that technology's come from. It's pretty advanced tech, even for, Iran that apparently is sending drones, and even, they're just weapons being sent into the distance, but I don't think they're being sent to Ukraine. This is the isolation card. Here we've got internally a plan to send overseas, but I don't feel it's to Ukraine. Let's see where this goes. Secrets being revealed, the hopes and fears, the actual fight of good versus evil, and the secrets being revealed. The outcome, finding himself entrapped by the information that comes out in regards to partnerships. The Two of Pentacles, well, what to do about it next when this information comes out. And then the Eight of Cups, the crusty old dragon chewing on the decaying branch down there while the squirrel takes off. I think this is Ukraine considering options and then taking action while the White House finds itself, or the regime finds itself, trapped. I think Ukraine's got some plans underway that are not common knowledge. And then we've got the Eight of Swords and then the Ace of Wands. At the point of the sword, this huge new information is going to come out about who was tied to this devil energy. This is, oh gosh, this is really, okay, I think something's coming out shortly. I keep saying that. I mean, it depends on what you consider shortly. So just tell me straight up, is the orange twerp, because I mean, sort of made a decision that wants to know about what they're going to be used for, smacks of delays, trying to delay. So just tell me straight up, will the orange twerp send Ukraine the tomahawks? Will he authorize? Will the tomahawks? I'm not even going to ask. Will he authorize it? Will the tomahawk missiles be sent to Ukraine? Yes or no? Yes or no? No. Pretty sure not. The death card. Yeah. That to me that looks like a no. And then the Tower card. The decision that needs to be made by the government. But then the Four of Swords, which is a no as well. I'm just going to say no. I don't think they're going to be supplied. However, because basically, give us your intelligence about what you are planning on attacking, so that we can tell our friends in the Kremlin, and we will supply you. We will think about supplying you with the missiles. I don't think delivery is going to happen. Okay, so this is actually taking me down a different path. Is it going to be exposed that Six of Swords? Swords can mean intelligence, so the intelligence being sent overseas. Is it going to be exposed? Okay, thank you. Right. Is Ukraine going to give false intelligence? Is Ukraine going to give false intelligence to see where it ends up? Yes. I don't need to pull any more on that. Yes, but I will show you the Five of Swords, lies, deceit, betrayal, stealing from camp, abuse of power. Yes, yes. And where will it end up? Because we've got the Hanged Man and we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Eight of Swords at the point of the sword, finding themselves at the point of the sword about where this information went with the Six of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Swords. This is going to be brutal. Entrapped by the information with that Four of Wands. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, they are. They're going to give false intelligence to the regime and see where it ends up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It will be indisputable that this information went via the regime to Russia. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay, well, what's going to happen with that? Remembering the harvest moon last night. Goodness, full moon. I hope some of you guys are sleeping. The harvest moon last night. There was my guides, if I remember the signpost correctly, it was something about the eclipse, between the eclipse moon and the harvest moon was going to be something major that would be turning point that we wouldn't necessarily find out for straight away. Now, these comments from the Orange Twerp about we need to know what you're going to do with them came out yesterday, and the harvest moon was last night. Okay, how's this going to, what's going to happen when this information comes out? What's going to happen to the regime when this information comes out? Knight of Cups, false friend, bringing forth information. The Ten of Wands, the challenge is the Ten of Wands. End of a cycle, but it's planting the seeds for the new beginning. So something about this information is going to end the cycle. Got the King of Swords. It's my Jack Smith card, but it can simply be a big legal case. In the past, we've got the higher authorities, can be the government, but I'm still getting ICC with this. And there's Russia over all of it with the Empress. Oh boy, Five of Wands, throwing each other under the bus, the defiance when there's no denial, when you can't deny what is the inflammatory information that's coming out, there is going to be defiance. Externally, the agileness of Ukraine, internally, secret dealings being done here with the Nine, hopes and fears, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, the outcome, Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, that's my Zelensky card, and then the Two of Wands, a plan, hard work behind the scenes, Zelensky, a plan, and then the Page of Swords, a truth coming out, and then the Ace of Swords. Huge. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. The incompetence of this regime. Okay, love to you all. Take care.